January ni som pathum sang ni som ni paruk ani he video hianin Iran ram boy chungchang kan ri kanga boy na satakan ni an boy khop mai an ram khumo arap thak lutuk hemi kan ri kang hemi video hian. Let's go.
So Iran has shut the internet and everyone knows what that means. Tehran wants to control the story, it wants to shape the narrative.
To hianin Iran hian an ram pumpi internet an off kan ben veka omje chu Iran ram mi puite hian in social media an du an post ani kha Iran sarkar hian in control adu ani.
But in this day and age, internet bans do not really work. Videos from Iran are still coming out. They show the chaos on the streets. They show how much pressure the regime is under.
Tu dang lai chuan internet ban hi heng hian in omji nei vak lawa chan chu Iran atang hian in social media video rap thlak tak tak mo tur hi an la ron chop chuak reng ani mo.
So tonight we've compiled 5 videos for you that tell the story of Iran. The most dramatic, the most consequential images that show how serious the challenge before the regime is.
Tuna hianin hemi video hianin video rap thlak tak tak panga kan en do da ni. Oh, arap thlak do da ni. Achan chu hemi ran ram boina hianin an ram mi puite sarkar la kan lung oi lo wanga hetiang boina soka hianin mi zanga chuang in nun na an chan to ani. Heng ba ka hian an ram hetianga a boi to nak lai hianin Donald Trump chuanin sipai chak na manga Iran boina va in rola oh khatia kha ti kha lo tum ve mek boxia tuna phei chuanin Iran ne na sum don na ti te zong zong ram ne na hianin 25% tariffs kha khatia kha Trump chuanin siam bil le ni in kalo hri ani tungin jinga ka news mu ba khata phei chuan ma om je chu tuna hianin Iran din mun hi a chetapa abikin tuna Iran ramaro rel lai oh anni hi chu it's like the beginning of the end mo an hun to phi a in tran to ani tuna hian Iran ram sarkar mek te hun to phi in tran to ni.
And before we start, let me warn you, some of these pictures are quite disturbing, so we advise viewer discretion. Our first
video
is from a mosque in Tehran, which was burnt down. Take a look.
Mosque and hial. An ram how to pa ber hi thiro seten ti pop mai nian ma ni ho khian mo sipai nen te pok hian ti buai fo ei video ba saber ani ngai to la Iran Muslim an tam amaro chu an mosque an hal bok heu abo ruak serious je chu example ka pe mai cheunga heta ei Mizoram hi Christian ramanita ram mi puite lungoi lowin biak in halta se khati ang vel kha ani khulai Iran ram din mun khomo an pathian biak na khan hal mi ani khulama hon sarkar la kan lungoi lo wangin.
Now this was a serious escalation because look at where it's happening. Iran is a country where a young woman was killed for not wearing a hijab properly. Now in the same country, a mosque has been set on fire, that too in the capital Tehran. It shows you how deep the anger runs.
Iran mi puite thin rim hle chan chu an rom kho pui Tehran an pathian biak na mosque an hala tikhan Muslim ram ni si khatianga thina thlen to chuan an thina rim hle ti da din ram mi puite hi ram shroi tu te laka.
Iran's Revolutionary Guards issued stern warnings, but the protesters paid no heed. They kept chanting slogans against the regime. Death.
Sipai te pon warning an pe mi puite hi amaro chu mi puite hi an trom du big lo.
To the dictator, death to Khamenei. That's what they said. Those slogans rang through the air as they set the mosque on fire. Video number 2 is from outside a morgue in Tehran. Again, these pictures are quite disturbing.
Mitthi ruang rap tau khi chu mi pui nun na chante ruang ani mel ani khi Iran khopui tu nai rap thak va nei nuai pe skip deuh teng hi te YouTube pon da la na phal do man la tro skip deuh hre tak e.
Those were dead bodies you saw inside.
Mitthi ruang ve kan ni video pani na kha video dang pathum entur gan la nei
dozens of body bags, presumably of protesters. This video is from outside a forensic medical center in Tehran. The bodies were placed on the streets. In fact, Iran's state television has also been broadcasting such images, although they say the dead are the victims of, as they put it, armed terrorists. Basically,
Iran ram khopui an mani sarkarina a control media chuanin king mitthi ruang tekhi helho angina chua amara so anilo ti kha mi puite po khan an thiam ve thawin ka ring ti khi chu mi pui protest lungoi lo na lan tirte Iran sipai te na an tha ta khanina a riat perani.
Iran is trying to spin this as the act of a foreign power, but the protests tell a very different story. They've spread across the country. The scale is staggering.
Iran sarkar chuanin king protest tekhi foreign ram ron in rol anga khatianga thu kha kaltiran tumna sa an Iran sarkar chuan mo amaro chumi puya thok fak lo ani.
Reports say more than 10,000 people have been arrested, nearly 500 protesters killed, and almost 50 security personnel dead.
Sipai somavel nunan chan towa mi puilung oilo sipai te na an tha kha mi zanga chuang an ni to boka ti chuan mi sing khat chuang an man to boka ni man nem to hem khop mai thok le khatam man na tan phei chuanin ene khung na tur te po mumal tak te po lo tan tir na tur te po mumal tak kha an ni in a lang don box si lo an mi man na te din phun tur chu shom ve wang tu na ri phei chuan.
Our third video is from northeastern Iran. It talks about the return of the Shah.
Video pathum Pahlavi will return. Kiki om je chu Iran ram mi pui te khian tu na an mani chunga ro rel tu te khian ning to lu tu ka kimi Iran sarkar ina kasi thiam na chuan Iran sarkar ina Iran ram chunga ro rel to thin khang tha kal zela khanin mi pakhat kha Iran ram atang khian an hnot chuang Iran atang in king sarkar lai ho tu te khi atan chiat san kami ha comment section a khanin adik tak kha hria kha chuan in ron soi ulamo khatiang kha ani northeastern Iran lama chuan khitiang khin in boru ka lo om ve mek bokani achan chu an ram sarkar kha an ne tol tu ni la ka han thin rim to hemi hi ka soi jaw lo longa an thin rim na chan em chu thil mana to zel thil mana to zel om je chu an currency an poisa hlut na atla niam zel tina ani chuanin US ne na anin kar thalo wang hianin USA in sanction up na sa he wang hianin Iran hian atwar ani mitam takin na an lo pha chuan namulawan tame me mani khatiang khathi lom dan ani a chuan mani lo ka mei che pakhat kha hijab kha alo nge hijab chungchang a khan awang khanin tha ani bok ani khatiang khanin thil kha a oma boruak thalo tak tak mun khat boruak mun pakhata boruak thalo om kha ti khanin ram pum puya khanin an kang kai chhota ani khatiang khathi lom zia ani
Pahlavi will return, long live the king. That's what these protesters are saying. They're referring to Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of Iran's last Shah, who lives in the United States. He is not...
Reza Pahlavi he tu here in United States o mekani Iran rama om se chu an mananga jel an tan tir garing
returned to the country since the 1979 revolution. Pahlavi is
1979 revolution atang khanin
he has not returned to the country since the 1979 revolution.
Kum sa kha zakwa somsari pakwa akhanin Iran rama hen revolution athenga tuna Islamic Republic of Iran ti hi alo piang ta ni khabi kum sa kha zakwa somsari pakwa revolution athen nu atang khanin he Reza Pahlavi hi United States ala om char charani aron la le lo shrim shrimani Iran a hian.
Pahlavi is now positioning himself as a unifying figure, as someone who can lead Iran if the regime collapses. And sitting in the United States, he's calling for more protests. We'll tell you more about him in just a bit. For now,
Reza Pahlavi palavi po hianin United States atang hianin ai na sale zola protest turin lo fui ve so bok ni news na ron reporta pui chho le mai pon lam point rol na sa chuan Venezuela chungchang ate pokhan CIA te pokhan in rol kan ti kha mania Trump an Venezuela abe thut khamo tuna te po hianin Iran rama ro re lai hi atlu cheme ka heta po hianin CIA te hi anin rol lawang te hi sai thei ni mi lawani ram sang sarkar lai atluk chiat na chana hian CIA hi in rol gun to emema so cha heta po hianin engmon se na hianin in rol lawang ti kha sai thei kha ni mi lawa.
Now look at the location of this protest. And the location is important to note because it happened in Mashhad. Mashhad is one of Iran's most important religious cities. It is home to the Imam Reza Shrine. It is one of the holiest and most significant pilgrimage sites for Shia Muslims.
Hell, an mani sa khwana ta chona poimo em ani ti khanin khalai kha ju react mai la kimi buaina suala mun ki Mosque ta nia khami an sa enge kimi khopui an mani sa khota na poimo em muna khanin idiang hianin buaina kha asuak tlet mai ni khami kha buaina suada mun te kha
Iran is a Shia majority country. Historically, Mashhad has witnessed power struggles between the monarchy and the Ayatollahs. So when protesters call for the return of Pahlavi here in this city, it's not just nostalgia, it's an act of defiance, a direct rejection of the Ayatollah's regime. And this has become a defining feature of these protests.
Tonight hianin heng boina hian an rama rore lai sarkar an du lo ti an out so pui piala ma hianin Reza Pahlavi hi lo le tura an du hi no he thil hi apoi mo mani Iran ram mi pui ta tan suan.
Because the same demand was echoed in Tehran too.
Kemi Mosque ta khan khatiang khanin an au puya choni Iran ko pui Tehran apo tiang tho khan an out so pui ani.
Take a look at video number 4.
Video palina, let's go. Hey hi in beina thung bera ni Pahlavi hi lo kir le don to na hian Pahlavi hi USA o mek
Iran's authorities claim that things are under control. The statement came from the foreign minister. We have no way of verifying it though because the pictures take time to trickle out, so we don't.
Iran foreign minister suanin boina hi engma ni lowe ki ni chuanin kan control le khatiang zong hanin thu te kharon chu ve ani amero chu social media kan video mu tam takhi chuan thu soi zong ha kal vek ani.
Know if the situation is indeed under control. We don't know if the streets of Tehran have gone silent, but we can say for sure that the protests have spilled beyond Iran's borders. Over the weekend, there were demonstrations across the globe.
Tuna hianin heram boina hi Iran ram chunga che ni to lawa Iran ram pona mun sang Iran an support ani ti Iran ram mi puite sarkar ni lawin ami puite kha an support ani ti lantir na kha mun tam taka hianin mu tur ombok ani.
Each one more dramatic than the other. In London, protesters targeted the Iranian embassy. One man scaled the embassy's balcony. He raised an old flag, the one that was used before the Islamic Revolution, and then
hi London ania hi Iran embassy ani mi pakhatalona flag a hianin kumsang khat zakwa somsari pakwa ma Iran flag an man thina kha ta hianin ahan da ania
tore down the current flag of Iran. In Canada, Iranian women staged an open act of defiance. They
Canada chuanin henu hianin Khamenei me thalaki
they most widely. Number 5, a protest turned chaotic when a U-Haul truck drove into the crowd. One person was struck and the driver was taken into custody.
Los Angeles ani khatiang khani Iran ram boina chu boy rem le mai tu na hianin Iran ram pumpui boina hi chuak to ani an sarkar lai lakalung oilo na chuanin mi zanga chuangin nunan chan to chuan an ram roi tu Khamenei hi thiro se an tian awa chuan how to te chuanin in the watch wa mai te pon lawa internet an off veka chuanin an state TV a hianin an sarkar lai mek tran zongin video te an chua chuan United States President Donald Trump a hianin sipai tirlu ang ten avowa hei hianin boru ka ti so sang le zuala ni chuanin reza palavi tuna USA o mekhanin te hianin protest zel tur khanin rampo na tang khanin aron hril bokani Iran ram economy a chhim shima hei hianin mipui atithin urle zuala chuanin political repression omje chu sarkar etinan Iran ram hon sarkar oma chumi du lo da na tong chuak ke mo khatiang ang voice na yapiang journalist ni amo mipuyan ni amo kha sarkar sonin ada thapak maka khanga wa hanin mipuyan lung oilo bok ani khatiang kha buaina kal lai mek ni na langa to na hianin internet blackout oma wang hianin enge achin chia kha hriat ngai na kha om lawa maro chu tuna Iran rama an ro lai sarkar khuchu atlungei don ni na lang tuna ri chuan mo nakati zong kha tun trumata na kan han react thei chu ni se video lai mulai theu don ni